Hi, CGA 103 students. This is the walkthrough for the color theory practice. So when you open up this file in Adobe Illustrator, you're going to see that there's a bunch of squares. And what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure you understand the primary colors and the secondary colors and all that good stuff. Now, if you want, you can also bring up the lecture notes to do this instead of listening to me, but you can. So the first thing I want to do is, just so we all get the same screen, if we go to Window and we pull down to Workspaces, I'm in a workspace called Essential Classic. So it sets everything up the way we need it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the primary colors. So the primary colors are red. So I'm going to go over here to my color swatches. I'm going to click on the box. I'm going to come over here and choose red because that's the first color. Then I'm going to choose yellow. Then I'm going to choose blue. That doesn't really matter what blue you choose. That's no problem at all. So they're the primary colors. All right, so now that we did the primary colors, we're going to go ahead and do the secondary colors. So I'm going to click on this box, and I'm now going to select an orange. Oh, click on it, and then select an orange. There we go. And then I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to find a green. And I'm going to then click on this third one and find a purple. Now remember, the way that we get orange is red and yellow make orange. Yellow and blue make green, and red and blue make purple. Now the third level colors basically are going to be like a yellowy orange, so something like this, and then kind of a bluey green, so something like this, and then a bluey purple, which would be something like this one. All right, and that's actually not a little, it's more like that. All right, so what are two complementary colors? So remember, the definition of a complementary color are two colors on opposite side of the color wheel. Now for this, I'm going to go out to a website, and we're going to use the Adobe Color website. So the address is color.adobe.com. Now, when you first go into Adobe Color, you either will get to the Create section or you might land in the Explore area, depending on how you got there. So we want to click on the Create section. Now, what we're going to do is come over here on the side where it says Color Wheel, and we're going to choose Complementary. So that's going to give us two complementary colors. And it's actually still going to give us 5 boxes, but we can pull. So let's say I want to do a green as my primary color. So this color right here, and then this would be the opposite color over here. So this red and this red are the primary complementary colors. So these two right here. Now, how are we going to get these colors into Adobe Illustrator? Well, there's a couple ways that we can do that. First of all, right here, this is what's called the hexadecimal color value. And remember, there's different ways that we can represent color on the computer. There's red, green, blue, cyan, yellow, magenta, black, hexadecimal, Pantone, hue, saturation, and brightness, hue, saturation, and luminosity, and then the Pantone colors. So the easiest way to get this color into Illustrator is to select this color right here. And then we're going to switch back into Illustrator. And if I click on this color, that color is not going to be in the swatches. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to where we've got the color fill. So at the very bottom of the toolbar, there's two boxes. One is the stroke and one is the fill. The stroke is the outer edge and the fill is the inner edge. So when I double click on that, this is going to give me the color picker. And right here at the bottom is where we're going to paste in those numbers that we copied from Adobe Color. So I'm going to do Control Paste, Control V for paste. All right, so I'm going to first select it, Control V for paste, or Control somehow I don't think I got it copied, so let me go back here. So I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to go back to Illustrator, and I'm going to paste it in. There we go. So there's that color. Then I go back over to Adobe Color, get this color, which is this number right here, select it, right click, copy, go back over into Illustrator, click, double click on the fill, and then right click and say paste. So there's two complementary colors. All right, so let's go ahead and create another one. So we're going to go back over to Adobe Color. And this time maybe I want a more brownish color. So I'm going to go out here. Now when you do complementary colors, they should be, you should pull both handles out. So now this color and this color are complementary. Again, complementary colors are on the opposite side of the color wheel. So we're going to double click on this color, copy it, switch back over into Illustrator, click on the box, double click on the fill, and then paste it into the hexadecimal color area. And there's that blue. I'm going to do the same thing here, copy it, and then paste it. Now if we go back to Adobe Color for a second, I want to point out that right now, when you look at the bottom here of this color, this is showing you the cyan, magenta, yellow, and black color model. We can switch the color models over here, so we could do LAB, which is luminosity channels A and B. We could do HSV, hue, saturation, and value, or we could do CMYK, or we could do RGB. So there's different ways of doing this. So this is the hexadecimal values, and then here are the other color values. So if you wanted to do this in CMYK, you would write down the 97, the 34, the 0, and the 4, or the 24, and then you would go back into Illustrator. And when I double click on this, when I click on this box and then I go over to the color picker, you notice that those are the corresponding numbers here for any of the colors. So when you look at the color picker in any of the Adobe software, we have the different color models. So we've got cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. This right here is the hexadecimal color system that's used for web. And then we've got red, green, and blue. And we've got hue, saturation, and brightness. So the next color model that we're going to use is called analogous. And again, we're going to go back to the Adobe website, and over here on the side, we're going to click on analogous, and it automatically is going to create the colors. Now remember, analogous are colors that are on really next to each other on the color spectrum. So if I pull these around, these all colors are on the same spectrum, and I can pull them in and out. And again, what I'm going to do is just copy some of these numbers and paste it into Illustrator. So again, I select the box, I double click on, and then I'm going to paste it into this number box here. So I'm just going to pick 3 colors. It's a nice purple, pinky color. I'm going to take this nice blue. There's that blue. And then last but not least, I think I'll take this kind of orangey color. No, actually, I think I'll take the green. That makes some nice spring colors. Right, there we go. Now what I want you to do is continue using the Adobe Color website, and I want you to create a split complementary, a triadic, and then fill out the colors for screen, print, pick some cool colors, pick some warm colors, create a tone, create a shade, and then create a tint of colors. And you're going to have to go back and refer to the lecture about how you create tones, shades, and tints. Once you're done with this file, we're going to do a save as and save it as your last name, and you're going to drop it into the hands-on assignment for this week. If you have any questions, you can email me, give me a call, text me, whatever you need to do. All right, this is Professor Mary signing off.